Hey, I want to tell you about this kid named William Borden out of Chicago. The year was 1903. Theodore Roosevelt was president. Henry Ford was inventing the first Model T, and the Wright brothers had just created the first airplane. William Borden was a millionaire. He was just a teenager, and he came from the Borden Dairy Fortune. So the world was his oyster. He could do anything he wanted to do with his wealth, with his time. He chose to take his first year and travel the world. He went abroad, and while he was traveling, he was touched by the poor, the impoverished, and how so many were desperate and in need. And that's what made him decide that he wanted to devote his life to world missions. He wrote in his Bible 2 words: no reserves. So in the fall of 1905, William Borden enrolled at Yale University. He came to college ahead of so many spiritually because he had settled his heart and settled his mind on the things of Jesus. He was an exceptional student and a gifted leader. By his senior year, 1,000 out of 1,300 students at Yale were attending Bible fellowships. And he was active off campus as well, where he established Yale Hope Missions. You know, he could have graduated and gone right into the family business and kept on creating wealth for himself and for his family. But he chose to go to Princeton seminary. He knew his heart was still set on going into the mission field. After he received that degree, he decided he wanted to go to Egypt. He wanted to learn the Arabic language so that he could reach out to the Muslim community. So he set sail across the Atlantic, and in his Bible, he wrote 2 more words: no retreats. So upon boarding in Cairo, he immediately immersed himself in learning the Arabic language and the culture. Unfortunately, within a few days, William Borden got really sick. He had contracted spinal meningitis. At the age of 25, he died. And when news reached America, it seemed like the whole world was sad. William had given all of himself, all of his time, and much of his funds to world missions, only to die at a young age. You know, our human logic just thinks that makes no sense. What a waste of a good person, of a life, of a giver. But in those last days, William wrote in his Bible 2 more words: no regrets. He had given his all. No reserves, no retreats, and no regrets. His heart was set on serving mankind and serving the Lord. His face was set like a flint. He had decided and was giving everything of himself to the world. And, you know, there was another missionary named Paul in the Bible, hundreds of years before. And he wrote, "Now he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seed and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness. You will be made rich in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion." You'll be made rich in every way. William Borden, though he was just a young man, he understood the law of purposeful blessing. He took advantage of everything in life, even life itself. He didn't live a long life, but he lived a full life, full of hope, full of grace, full of faith, full of love for God and for others. That's all.